Hello everybody, this is Lady Kaylah here and welcome to the Geekdom. Today I have a book review. I finally finished The Hero of Ages, and I know I said finally kind of odd, but whatever. We'll go with it. I don't know what took me so long. It's a really good book, but I was just in school and just getting distracted by the stupidest things. And finally, I was like, you know what, I'm going to sit down and finish this last book of the trilogy. And I did, and I enjoyed it, and I sat there for a good long while and just read it through. And it was really good. It was a really good ending. I love it. I love how it started strong. I like how it ended strong. It really didn't have many iffy points where I got bored. There were probably like a couple, but not enough that I'm just like, okay, I need to put this book down and not pick it up again. But for the most part, everything was great, and I love it because just from starting to finish, there's like so many unanswered questions, like I say in my previous reviews, and you literally don't find out like the answers to all the questions until the very, very, very end. So there's so many like mysteries and like what is this about and what's going on, and you think you got it figured out, and you really don't until the very, very, very end. And usually, you know, books like give you some clues and then finally give you the answer and then finish up after you figured it out. But no, this literally keeps you dragged on, not knowing completely what's going on until the very end, and the twist was fantastic, and I loved it all. It was really solid, bittersweet ending, so it wasn't tragic, but it wasn't you know, super happy fun times. I really liked it because I typically don't like super happy endings, but this wasn't like a super tragic ending either. It was just really good, really solid. In 3 books, things were done right, things were done well. I love how all the characters get apart. You know, you think you have your main characters figured out, and really like every character has an important role to play. I really like that because I kind of understand why, you know, main characters get all the action because they're main characters, but you know, I think like side characters should get like a nice good chunk as well, and I think this book did a very good job at, you know, blurring the lines between the main characters and side characters because they all had really important roles to play. And I like how different characters get brought up based on their different strengths. My personal favorite character was Sazed, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's the Terraceman or whatever. And he is going through like basically his own like spiritual journey, and I think it's just so reflective of like so much. And I think spiritual journeys are like what a lot of people try to discover, like self-discovery. I call it a spiritual journey, but I think we all go through these things where we're self-reflective and trying to discover oneself, and Sazed is doing that. That's why I always felt like attached to him, and also he's a scholar and he likes to learn, and he likes to read, and he just likes to figure things out, and I just connected so much with him, and I loved his part all the way through to the end, and I was just so pleased with the outcome. Vin and how come I can't remember her like husband's name? I really don't know his name. Like, why am I pulling a blank? Elend. I was getting a little tired of them and their like relationship issues, so I was so happy when they kind of just like figured everything out, and I don't know why they were just like, I was just getting tired of some of their like petty issues, so that's why I was so happy when they pushed those aside and started focusing on like big issues. So they didn't really appeal to me very much. They weren't bad characters, but they're not my typical favorite. And yeah, everything pulled together really nicely. Like even little tidbits that I didn't really notice like in book 1 or 2 ended up being like really important to are being really big clues later on in the books, and then you're like, oh, I remember that little tiny tidbit that I didn't even think was important in book one. And it's really, really great. I really enjoyed the fact that there was a lot of twists and turns and clues, and everything just got, like, things were like scattered all throughout the books and then got pulled together really nicely, and it was really solid, and I always enjoy that. I hate loose ends. I hate when things are kind of uncertain, but everything got pulled together real nice. So I definitely recommend the Mistborn trilogy. It's a really awesome trilogy. I have the other reviews of the books that go along with this. This is the last one. And I hope you guys check it out if you're into this kind of magic fantasy. Brandon Sanderson kind of created his own magic type. It's pretty unique. It's not medieval fantasy, but it's definitely fantasy. So if you're a fantasy geek, I think you might enjoy this. So thank you for your time. Bye.